What is going on, guys? It is me, DevilNeverCry, and I'm back again with some more DMC5 coverage. Again, more and more media outlets are doing interviews with the dev team, so there's more interesting tidbits of information to cover. So today's video will be focusing on an interview conducted by Actugaming, a French gaming media outlet. Of course, a large title such as DMC is going to be getting coverage from all over the world. But before we get into it, I'd like to give a shout out to the DMC5 Info Twitter account, as well as the DMC subreddit. Both of them got swift translations of the interview out, so that us DMC fans can learn as much information about the game as possible. And I'd just like to start off with a quick reminder that for those of you who live in America, PAX West is happening, I believe, from the 31st to the 3rd, and DMC5 will be playable, so those of you in North America, you have your chance to play it if you don't want to travel all the way to Europe. And I'd also like to remind people that there's going to be an hour panel that happens on Friday, so look forward to the coverage of that. But with that out of the way, let's just delve into today's topic. Again, we get the answers that we should expect at this point, considering the dev team aren't allowed to say certain things, but we do get a few interesting answers. First off, I guess we get reconfirmation that DMC5 is set after DMC2, but again, that was covered in a previous video, so that's nothing new there. Then we get a question that attempts to delve into how the game will essentially be set up. The interviewer asks whether or not it will be similar to Resident Evil 6, where obviously there's one large overarching plot, but each character has their own story to play through, with obviously all of them interacting at certain points. Again, we get a little bit of a vague answer here, but essentially there's going to be one storyline, with obviously the characters all intervening and interacting at certain points, but says nothing as to how the missions are going to be set up or anything. Some people have been estimating that there's going to be roughly 30 missions in the game, with like each character getting 10. That's kind of hard to believe at this point. We're not too sure. I mean, obviously this game is quite large in scale, but considering most DMC games have a mission count of anywhere between 20 to 23, I believe DMC2, like Dante's campaign, finished in like 17 missions, but again, that's the black sheep of the series, so we don't know. And then we get a question pertaining to Nico and Dante. Considering Dante is very well versed with Nico's grandmother Nell, it'd be interesting to see how these two interact. Of course, the devs deliberate amongst themselves, probably, thinking and discussing what sort of answer they should give, but they do eventually confirm that Nico and Nell do interact in some sort of way, which is rather exciting considering Nell is the one who made Ebony and Ivory. But I doubt that Nico even knows that fact, considering what happened after she made them. Maybe she'll bear some sort of grudge against Dante, or Virgil perhaps, the entire Sparta bloodline, who knows, considering what actually happened to Nell and how she died. And finally we get a question on a public demo. Again, they're being rather coy with their answer, neither confirming or denying the existence of a public demo, but considering that DMC does have a great track record when it comes to demos, I don't think we have too much to worry about. And those are all the questions that I wanted to cover in today's video. There are obviously a few more questions, but it's mainly things that we've heard before. Nevertheless, I'll leave a link to the fully translated interview so you guys can view it and see it at your own pace. I'll also leave a link to the DMC subreddit and the DMC5 Info Twitter account so you guys can take a look at those if you want as well. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. It has been me, DevilNeverCry, and I'll see you guys next video.